A reminder, there is the attendance form that has already been shared with you all. Kindly register yourself in the attendance form with the correct registration number and the correct details. And the wait is almost over. We are waiting for another minute, and then we start with our masterclass for today. A very good afternoon, everyone. I, Karishma Verma, warmly welcome you all to today's masterclass session. Before we begin, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the constant guidance of respected Ginni Ma'am, Head of Wing, and Mr. Manish Kumar, Head of Division, Center of Distance and Online Education. Their support has been instrumental in shaping initiatives like this that you see today. And before I introduce our keynote speaker, I would throw some light on her accomplishments so far. She holds a doctorate in economics and brings over 24 years of academic and research experience. Her areas of expertise include development economics, macroeconomics, agriculture, banking, and financial sector. With remarkable research contributions in gender equality, social entrepreneurship, and public policy. She is also the principal investigator of an ICSSR funded project under the Viksit Bharat 2047 scheme and has successfully guided several PhD scholars in the field of developmental economics. Alongside her research pursuits, she serves as the coordinator of the Innovation and Entrepreneurship Cell and nodal officer for the Punjab Entrepreneurship Mindset Program, fostering innovation and entrepreneurial thinking among students. It is my privilege to introduce Professor Dr. Tanima Dutta from the Mittal School of Business, lovely Professional University, a distinguished academician and a true inspiration in the field of economics and entrepreneurship. With great respect, let us welcome her to address the session. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Karishma. It was kind of you to say such kind words. And the students are a bit, I suppose, ruffled about their attendance. So as you have already mentioned, that the attendance is already shared with them. So without any further ado, I'll just share my I'll share my presentation, and I'll start off with my today's what I want to share with all of you. Now, what I am gathering, like it's a big gathering. There are around about 355 students who have joined this. If you could, people, just tell me that how comfortable you are in English, or do you want a bit of Hindi thrown in between, or is it fine if we go entirely in English? Just put that in the chat so that it'll be a bit more comfortable for me. This topic is relevant, and it is something that is which is something which we require right now, because all of us are using artificial intelligence right now, whether knowingly or unknowingly. if all of us are using WhatsApp, so if you are using WhatsApp, that means you are using AI. If you are there on internet, if you're using Google, you are using AI. So whatever, the moment you come into any of the social media streams, or you are using your internet, you are doing anything, you are automatically using your AI. So the question is now of translating the use of AI into the field of research so that it becomes easier for all of us to like yeah, your research becomes more robust, and you are in a position to publish your work in a much at a much bigger level. What that is what we want. And I just checked the chats where you are saying that it'll be good if we can go bilingual. So yes, I'll in between, of course, I'll be speaking Hindi as well, so that you get a gist about what we are saying. Now, a very obvious question here is that why is this session required? Like, why did Ginny Madam and Mr. Manish, they thought of having a session on uh, uh, where we can have orientation on research. Now, this session is required because digital transformation is reshaping your research. We are looking at research from a very different angle than what we did. When I did my PhD, I would have never ever thought that I can have my own personal assistant to do a lot of my work, very mundane work, which was very repetitive in nature. I never thought that I would get an assistant or somebody with whom I can discuss my research problems, to give me solutions when I got stuck using the software that I was using at that time. I would have never thought of that thing. So that digital transformation is taking place. Then we are talking about the uh, like a very big apprehension right now is that will AI replace people? Or if AI is doing the research, then why do we require people? Please understand this thing, that AI is your, even like you can call it a co-pilot. It is, as I said, it's a personal assistant for you, but it can never ever replace the human brain, because the creativity that comes from the human brain can never be replaced. So this is something that we need to understand. And of course, as I started off, that your creativity enhances, your integrity enhances, your efficiency goes up, because when you are doing research, I don't know how many PhD scholars we are having in this group, but if we are having people who are writing their dissertations, or like the master students who are writing their dissertations or stuff, for them, AI is of immense help when you write your dissertation thesis, when you write your when you're thinking of writing a project, you are thinking of going in for the publication of a book or a research paper. So very important. Now this is this is a news which is very much talked about right now. I don't know how many of you have seen this news, but an international news which is, especially in the field of research, we are talking about it a lot. In the classrooms as well, we are talking about it a lot. That Deloitte, which is one of the biggest consultancy firms in the world, they were caught using AI in $290,000 report, which the Australian government had commissioned. And they were caught using AI. And the word is, the key word here is that they were caught. using AI. So that means that what they did was unethical, because everybody is using AI. You and I, as I said, that all of us are using AI, but are we doing it unethically? The question is that, like, if you are using it ethically, then of course, the word "ought" would never come. But if you're doing it unethically, that is where the issue is. And they have been asked by the Australian government to like the money, that there are talks about renegotiation on the deal. The officials, the Australian government officials, they are also talking about um, taking back, like they pulled back the report. No apologies coming from Deloitte, and then Deloitte said that we just used it to write a few footnotes. So yeah, so a very, very big thing when we talk about this. Second thing which I wanted to show as exhibit number 2 is this. Now, what I want for you to look here is this. This is what I want for you to look at. So this is a paper that was published 2022. The news came out in 2023 that this is from the medical field, where they are saying that rapamycin in the context of Pascal's Wagner generative pre-trained transformer perspective. So this was written by Alex Zhevornikov, if I'm pronouncing it rightly. And this paper was published where this is the first paper that was published where they have written ChatGPT. They cited ChatGPT as a co-author. So the DOI of the paper is given here. So if somebody wants to go out and check it's available. You can always go online and you can search for the paper. And so this is the first time that AI, ChatGPT was like it was cited as an author, as a co-author. Can I do that? Can I today come out, write a paper and use, say, Perplexity or ChatGPT or any of the other AI tools that I'm using, any of the LLMs, if we are using large language models, if we are using, can we cite that as a co-author? That is again something that needs to be looked at, right? Now, this is my exhibit number 3. I just want you people hold the screen for 30 seconds. I'm holding it here. Just very quickly go through this and chat, like on the chat box, tell me the name of the AIs that you are using currently. Out of these, which are the ones that you are using currently? Kindly, if somebody, like all of you, could just put it in the chat box that which of these AIs are you using? I'm holding it here. Yes, there are 359 people. I'm leaving out 3 of us. So there are 356 people who are there in this thing. And yeah, so people are right. Good. Okay, let me start writing. Top 2 writes. Okay. A lot of people have written Gemini, ChatGPT, Copilot, Claude. So ChatGPT, Likhita is there who's used ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini. And then Chirag says ChatGPT, Sidra is giving her ID number, which is I don't require. Okay. All right. Good. So I think so the hands down, ChatGPT wins the contest. Okay, great, great. Perplexity people are writing. How many of you, if you could just raise your hands, I suppose you can raise your hands, how many of you are using Airtel? How many of you are using Airtel? Just raise your hands. I suppose you people can raise your hands. You have that emoji thing with you, so you can raise your hands. So if you could just raise your hands, that people who are using Airtel. Okay, so in the chat box, okay, I'm getting Airtel is providing. Yeah. So Tarun, absolutely right. That if you're using Airtel, okay, good. If you're using Airtel, then Airtel, a very good marketing thing that they did was that they gave away Perplexity Pro free for a year. They gave you. Good, good, good. A large number of you are using that. But when I asked you that which AI you are using, most of you wrote ChatGPT. So that means ChatGPT still is numero uno when it comes to yeah, Gemini is also free, but Gemini not very good when it comes to using it as a research. Now, the question here is like why I asked you people this question was that out of this, which are the ones that we can use for research? Because my entire focus today is about AI in research. So which are the ones that I can use? So I'll be talking about this. Oh, okay. I'll be talking to you about this. I'll be talking to you about this. I'll be talking to you about a few more. I'll be touching on them. I'll be touching on them as well. Very good AI tools, but a bit expensive. We'll be talking about this. And yeah, so let's proceed from here. Now, this is just telling you people about the progression of like how we have digitally progressed. So that is there. So in 1990s, people from my era, we were using JSTOR, Science Direct, and JSTOR was also not easily available. JSTOR was there only for the, like today also it is for the universities only. ChatGPT is already asking you for subscription. Digital libraries were there, but very few universities had it, and they were not subscribing to it. Or if like I was in a public university, so there they had subscribed to it, but then you had to go to the library, and it was a bit cumbersome there. Then came in the 2000s, it started off with Scopus and Web of Science, not very popular. At that time, like today, Scopus and Web of Science are very, very popular, but at that time, Scopus and Web of Science were not very popular. Then came your, after 2010 onwards, you had these softwares called Mendeley, Zotero, EndNote. These are basically, if we talk about them, these are basically your referencing tools. Okay, so for referencing purpose, if you are like one is you do it manually, whichever format you are following, whether it's APA 7 format, the Chicago format, or any other format you are using. So these are used. But now you also have like Mendeley and Zotero, both of them are free of cost. EndNote is not free, but Mendeley and Zotero, both of them are free. You have the plugins there. You get the plugins, and you can plug it to your web browser, whichever web browser you are using. So you can plug in it there, and you have it, you plug it with your MS Word. And whenever you are writing a paper or a report or something where citations are required, references are required, so you can straight away go there and you can do it. अच्छा, हिंदी में भी मैं थोड़ा सा यदि मैं बोलूं कि कहाँ से जो है आपका ये आगे लेकर गए हैं हम लोग कि 90s में डिजिटल लाइब्रेरीज थी, फिर आपका वेब ऑफ साइंस पर। अगेन मैं फिर से वही कह रही हूँ कि 2000 में जब आए थे स्कोपस और वेब ऑफ साइंस, उस वक्त ये बहुत ज्यादा प्रचलित नहीं थे, बहुत ज्यादा लोगों को इनके बारे में जानकारी नहीं थी। आज जैसे स्कोपस ऑफ वेब ऑफ साइंस वो भी इसलिए आज प्रचलन में आ गया क्योंकि आज यूनिवर्सिटीज को अपना जब रिसर्च में अपना बताना होता है कि उन्होंने अच्छा रिसर्च का काम किया हुआ है, तो वहां पे उन्हें स्कोपस ऑफ वेब ऑफ साइंस के पब्लिकेशंस दिखाने होते हैं, तो इसलिए आप यूज करते हैं ये। हाँ, मेंडले और जोटारो जरूर बहुत पॉपुलर हैं, क्योंकि जो भी रिसर्च का काम कर रहे हैं वहां पे आपको उसकी जरूरत पड़ती है, आप इसका बहुत अच्छा इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं। And 2020 onwards, you had your AI, and it's basically like it's 2.5 years that Chat GPT suddenly appeared on the screen, and we started talking about Chat GPT, and it became like Chat GPT became a synonym for AI. So if today you go out and you go out in the market and talk to people about AI, the first thing, like it is very evident from your chat as well, that the first AI that people are using is Chat GPT. Is Chat GPT good for my research? That is a different question altogether. Like, what sort of questions should I be asking Chat GPT, and what sort of questions should I be asking or using for my other tools is something that needs to be seen. So yeah, so and I've just mentioned a few LLMs and few AI here. It doesn't mean that these are the only ones. There are many more. I'm talking from my own experience. The things that I am using, that is what I'll be sharing with you. So this is a question for you people. What do you want AI do for you? Somebody wrote here that you can prepare your job interviews. So for factual information, you are saying Perplexity is better. Karzana is writing to assist anything, saving time to do chores. I don't know what Festa means. Writing assignments, not my job. Okay, related papers to help me go a friend or make me understand tough. Okay, can do my day-to-day usual tasks. Okay. Ideas, bringing clarity and precision to work, best for research, ideas related to projects. I don't think so. It can help with anything and everything if you can write the correct prompt. Very true. Assistant in tech check. Okay. With open-ended questions, not good for close-ended questions. Okay, Shakil is telling us what to do. Rephrase our ideas in a better way. Personal trainer and mentor. Research, help. I want it to be able to do anything I want to do. I want Chat GPT like Star Trek. Good one, Ayush. Okay, emailing. Okay, create a website. Anyone can use it. Ma'am, is really helping trading. Okay, good. If you're using it for trading, good. Reduce my code. Okay. I personally use Research Rabbit. It's like a Spotify for papers. Wow. I'll next time I'll use this anomaly in my class, that Research Rabbit is like a Spotify. For website front-end design, projects, analysis of data, help questions. Okay, all right. Marketing. All right. So you people are using it very well. I think so. I'll just you people don't need me for a session here. You people can give a session here. You are using Notion a lot. Good. Notion is very good for. It's a very good like what? A diary. Right. So if my idea for theft by AI, no. They don't steal your ideas, because they might keep it in their cloud, like they might keep a record, but my personal experience tells me that the amount of queries that are being generated, especially on Chat GPT, if they start storing it, they won't have enough space for it. So even with all the clouds that they have come in, all the hardwares that they have kept, I don't think so even China or America, because these are the two leading countries, they have that much of space. So like if you go and read ChatGPT mentions it, that we don't keep your data, we delete it after this much of time. Same Perplexity does it. So they all give you these disclaimers that they are doing it. And yeah, so okay, good. So all of them are using it as a black box for education. Somebody, what is my qualification? My qualification is that I am a PhD in economics and I'm teaching economics for the past 25 years. That's a very small thing that I'm doing, nothing great. All right. So now, what are the key functions of research, of AI in research? So if we are talking about AI in research, if we are talking about it helps you in literature discovery and mapping, because one of the biggest issues with us is that we do not mm, uh, we do not have the money to buy papers. Because I suppose you people know about open access journals. There are some open access journals, and then there are some paid journals. Now, if I talk to you about publication houses like, say, Elsevier is there, uh, Emerald is there, Taylor and Francis is there. If you want to publish your article as an open access means everybody can go and access the paper. If you go for that, they ask you for something called APC, which is article processing charges. Now, if we are talking about article processing charges, it costs you around about 1.5 lakhs, 2 lakhs, 2.5 lakhs. Now, I, as a teacher as a professor of economics in LPU, I am not funded by my university to pay for my APC. So what I tell the journals is that I do not want to go with APC, right? So then what happens is that when I'm not going with APC, then if I'm not paying APC, that means my paper goes behind a payment wall. So if you go and click on my papers, if it's a paid, like if it is that sort of a journal, they'll ask you to buy the paper. Now, the paper will cost you something around about, say, $30, $35. So if you do the math, $30, if I say it's for, like, I don't know the exact rate of dollar today, but say supposedly it's 90 rupees. So $30 will cost me 2,700 rupees for a paper. Now, do the math that if you are writing like a student or a scholar who is doing a PhD is reading around about 10 articles in a week. So 10 articles in a week, if you are reading 10 articles in a week for, say, 4 months, and even if 3 articles are paid, so you can do the math that the amount of money that they require. So you need free papers. Okay, we need a lot of free papers, at least where we can do that. And if we are doing if we want, like, of course AI doesn't give you all the free papers, but still your access goes up. Like, you have much more access to papers than comparatively. So what you do is that you use these AI to get papers for you with similar themes, with similar keywords. That is what you do. So that is one thing. Then, of course, text summarization and synthesis. So this is what I was saying, that you people also wrote, a lot of you wrote a word that what do you want AI to do? So you wrote the word chose. You said that it will help you to do chose. Now, when I'm reading a paper, initially I need to read the whole paper. And that is how my learning increases. That is how I understand, okay, that what everybody is doing. Now I want a summary table of it. One is I write it, like when we were doing it, we used to write it by hand. My scholars initially maintained an Excel sheet where they wrote everything, like they typed in everything. And now the latest batch of my PhD scholars, they are very smart people. They are using their AI. So they put the papers on AI and they ask that, okay, thematically summarize and synthesize these research papers and give it to me in a Excel sheet or give it to me in a PDF format or a Word format, whichever format you want. So it generates it for them. And yeah, so you do that. Another very, very interesting use of AI in research is for data interpretation and visualization. A lot of you people talked about this visualization thing, because uh, the PPT that I'm using for you right now, I use Microsoft 365, Office 365. And when I am making a PPT, it gives me an option of designing my, so like I put in the content and then it creates the designs for me. So that is again AI which is doing it for me. I can also use a Copilot there, and Copilot can generate things for me. Or I can do this and it gets done. So data interpretation, I don't know, like if you people have heard about tools like, say, these are the names of some of the softwares that we use for data analysis. I don't know how many of you have heard about these terms, these softwares: SPSS, Strata, eViews, SAS. Now, these softwares, you put some data in that and it will give you the results. Now, the question is that how do I read the output? I did something, I found out the results. Now, my question is that what to do now with this result? How do I read that result? So AI is again somebody who can read the result for you. If you are not very good at reading results, you can put those results to your AI and ask it to interpret it for you. That if my R square is coming out to be 0.8, what does it mean about my model fit? If my say my standard deviation is coming out to be 8, it means what? If my standard error is coming out to be 0.30 and my R square is 0.80, then it means what? So there are different things that it can do. Language editing and translation, of course, Grammarly, one of the most popular things that we are using, both the paid version as well as the unpaid version. Again, it is there. And this is something while I was putting this in the slide, I thought that should I be putting this or not? Because for me, this is not AI. This should not be AI. This should not be AI. The reason is that if I start generating ideas with the help of AI, doesn't work a lot. Idea has to be yours. Yeah, you can develop, you can build on the idea using AI. That is perfectly fine. So the main thing should come from me, and then I can develop it from there. Now, the first tool that I'll be talking to you about is Research Rabbit. A lot of you have written, somebody wrote it, that it's the Spotify of research papers. So basically what it does is it visually maps your literature. So you discover relationships among the papers, you build a visual citation topic maps, it supports your bibliometric and systematic review research. So your literature review thing, or a review of literature, which you call ROL, is a very important part of your research, which can come from this, from Research Rabbit. Now I'll do one thing. I'll take you there. I don't know where it will take me. Okay, it takes me here. Doesn't work a lot. Let me take you. Can you see this? I don't know which slide. Can you see my Research Rabbit screen? Can you people see my Research Rabbit screen? Or you're seeing, okay, just hold on a second. Yes, okay. Fine. So if you can see my, you can see the query that I have generated? No? Okay, let me stop sharing and then let me reshare. Okay, let me go here. And now everybody can see it. Now everybody can see it. Right? So what I did, this is how your Research Rabbit, now mine is looking a lot chaotic because I use it a lot. So what happens is that you go to researchrabbitapp.com, log in, put in your, like register yourself, log in. And then what happens is that it will ask you for a new, like it will look very blank, right? Mine is looking very populated because, as I said, I use it a lot. Now, what it does is that it will ask you to, you go to new collection. Okay. If you can see on the left of my screen, it is coming untitled collection. Say supposedly I want to find garments made of sugar cane. This is what I want to look at. So now this is my entire thing is clean because I have not generated any I've not asked any questions here. So now here you can see add papers. Now you say add papers. So you can write a title, DOI, PMID or keywords. Now title, DOI, a data object identifier, that is PMID, I don't have, because if I would have had them, then I would have made I would have already downloaded those papers. So what I do is I go with keywords. So I go with keywords. So I say garments using sugarcane. Let me say that, okay, now again it gives me biomedical and life sciences and all subject areas. So I chose all subject areas. I have chosen that. Now, if you go here, it is talking about plant-based leather products and update. Now, this is a paper that was published in 2025 and the abstract is available here. Okay, so it is talking about plant-based leather has pretty extraordinary color. So I feel that, okay, something this is making some, I can refer to it. So I am adding it to the collection. Then not required. Not required. Not required. Okay, this can be of help to me. This can be of help to me. Okay, so this can again be of help for me. There are a lot of science related things. The mechanical behavior of sustainable concretes, no, not required. Tools, mitigation, energy efficiency. We have taken a very scientific thing. Okay, let us just take. So we have taken how many papers? If you see here, 4 papers are showing. So we have taken 4 papers, but how many similar works do we have? We have got 1,757 similar works. So now if I go to my similar works, so these are all the similar works, and it has made a map here. So now if I don't know whether, okay, I can expand it, I can zoom in. If I zoom in, these are the papers, and if you look, they are highly related to each other because the threads, the networking threads are running here. So I have a huge network here. I have a huge network here. I have a small network over here as well, right? So I can, on the basis like Ahmed's paper is a very critical paper, and then you have others. So I can go there and I can export my papers. Now, the best part is that I can export my papers in a BibTeX form, in an RIS form, or a CSV form. Now, for us, the most convenient is the CSV format. So generally what we do is there are 307 authors who are there, like who have written these many papers. There are 719 suggested authors that they are giving me, and there are the 8 linked content. So I can transfer this entire thing there, and I can add it to my Zotero easily. And then what happens is that my literature review becomes very easy. So I suppose it is like here I can import to Zotero collection. So if I'm using instead of Mendeley, if I'm using as a referencing thing, I'm using Zotero. So I can straight away take it to Zotero and I can do it there. So this is what Research Rabbit does for me, that I get a very good collection of it. I can always refine my keywords. I can add papers to the same thing. I can say products made of sugar cane. I say search. Does it add to it? Now here, this is a good paper which is talking about environment friendly plates. So I do it here. Then I talk about, they are talking about the prototype that has been made. Okay. Biofoam cup made of sugarcane. Okay. Mm, enzymatic cocktail. So if somebody asks me, so I have a lot of mm, okay. So I have added a few papers now. So my number of paper count has gone up to 8 now. And what has happened is that if I now go, my similar works has now increased to 1724. There are 81 authors. So from 8 papers that I selected, I now have 81 authors. Suggested authors has gone to 72. And if I now go, I can, now it has made another thing. So this was not there previously. This cluster, if you look at this cluster, it has become more populated. This cluster has also grown. And there are 4 things which are unrelated to each other. So you've got 4 papers which are unrelated to each other. So this is what my Research Rabbit does for me. I hope I have made sense in what I was talking to you about Research Rabbit. I think so a bit of clarity has come about Research Rabbit, that what it does for you. So that is the first tool, and this is a very useful tool for anybody who wants to start doing research, who wants to read papers, who wants to have a collection. And because it is related to Zotero, so your referencing becomes very easy, because otherwise referencing is very cumbersome. And what happens is that most of the times what we find is that people have cited somebody, but that reference is missing, or they have referred to somebody, but the citation is missing. So that problem will not happen if you are using a referencing software like Mendeley or Zotero. So this is something that helps you a lot in doing that. And so this is the first AI tool that we talked about. Now let me come back to my presentation. And okay, let me do this. Let me share my entire screen so that that becomes easy. All right. So, okay, so we were here. Now, so this was the hands-on thing about Research Rabbit. Now we come to the other AI, which is Perplexity. A lot of you have written that you are using Perplexity. And as I said, that this is something that Airtel has given for free. Just a second. So, yeah. So now what is the task of Perplexity? What does it do? So it combines your generative AI with web citations. Now the first news that I showed you about Deloitte being caught using AI is they use the wrong AI. They might have used ChatGPT. Because the problem has reduced because ChatGPT, they have tested it so much, like so much of queries are being generated, which is basically you're training your LLM, you're training the AI. So we have trained it now much better than what we were doing earlier. Now, if you ask for citations, now what ChatGPT rises that what is how much sure they are about the citations that they are giving you. Like if you will come to using ChatGPT as well. So if you're doing that, so ChatGPT tells you that how sure it is about. A Perplexity, on the other hand, Perplexity, if it is giving a paper to you, if it is citing a work, like if you have asked a query, and if it is giving a citation to you, it is true because you can go to the thing and you can see that it's the paper is genuine. So it won't give you non-genuine references. That is what it does. Second very impressive thing about Perplexity is that it gives you a very real-time academic information. That means it will give you latest papers that are there. And nowadays, like the people who are using, like who are in research are using more of Perplexity as compared to say a ChatGPT. ChatGPT, like for an academician like me, ChatGPT is very helpful when it comes to preparing lecture notes, when it comes to say framing question papers, when it comes to the office work, the very clerical work that is assigned to us. There, ChatGPT is a very useful tool. You don't apply your brains, you ask ChatGPT to do it, and things get done. And you are not using your brains, and the people who are evaluating those things are also not using their brains. It's fine. It goes there, right? But if you're wanting to do it for research, then Perplexity is a very, very good tool that happens. So okay, now let me take you to Perplexity, and if I could just change, I don't know, like okay, right. So let me go here and take you to Perplexity. So this is my Perplexity thing that I am using. Now, when you are using Perplexity, again, the same thing. The first two steps are the same. Register yourself uh, and log in. And you can see that it's a pro account because I have an Airtel number. So I got it for free. Otherwise, I was using earlier I was using the free version. Now I'm using the pro account. Now here what you do is you get a plus sign over here. So you go to that plus sign, and I just, while I was preparing for this thing. I was just talking. I thought that I'll ask something about migration, because that is something that my scholars are working. Both my dissertation student and my PhD one is using. Uh, hmm, what is not opening, Shanu? Acha, okay, your attendance, fine. That is something that the host will take care of. Anas is saying that perplexity is good, but research uh, analysis for research and analysis, but chat GPT talks like human beings. हिंदी में बात करूं, ठीक है. What is free for Airtel users? Perplexity is free for Airtel users. तो यदि आप Airtel यूज कर रहे हैं, तो आप परप्लेक्सिटी जो है, आपको परप्लेक्सिटी का जो प्रो वाला है, यानी कि जो उसका पेड वाला वर्जन है, वो आपको फ्री है 1 साल के लिए. साल भर के लिए वो फ्री दे रहे हैं. वैसे वो साल भर के लिए उसके 14,000 रुपए लगते हैं उसके. तो वो 14,000 रुपए, क्योंकि उन्होंने टाई अप किया हुआ है परप्लेक्सिटी ने इसके साथ, तो इसलिए वो फ्री दे रहा है. ठीक. अब नहीं, वो किसी ने पूछा था तो इसलिए मैंने बता दिया कि वो फ्री है. अब यहाँ पे आपके पास एक प्लस साइन है. यू हैव गॉट अ प्लस साइन ओवर हियर, सो यू गो टू दिस प्लस साइन एंड यू say let I want to, now it is asking me that new thread, or I want now when we are using our laptops, we have folders in them, right? So what happens is, you keep, if you're working on something, you like I all the presentations that I like, all the lectures that I take outside the university, like whenever I'm taking any talk, I'm giving a talk, I have a folder which has all my presentations of that. So whatever presentation I'm giving, the PPTs are there. Similarly, in Perplexity and ChatGPT, also in the paid ones, you can have your own folders. You can have your folders whereby what's the difference between the free and the paid version of Perplexity? Okay. No, it is not, Nirmal, it is not a difference in the brand. I'll tell you what is the difference. There's a lot of difference between Perplexity and ChatGPT. Oh, it's just a wrapper. Come on. I'm not somebody who's from the a field of CS, but as a consumer, I can tell the difference between Perplexity and ChatGPT. And the difference between the free version and the pro version is that in the free version, they always have limitations about the number of queries that you are generating, and what all they'll give you. When you are asking, when you are running a query, what all they give you, that is they put in restrictions on that. Whereas if you are using a paid one, like if you are using a pro one, then you can access it as many times as you want in a day. There are no limits to the queries. Like if you're using a free, like I use free chat GPT, and then I am right now, like I suppose for the past almost a year, I am paying for chat GPT. So I have a paid version of chat GPT. So initially it would say that too many queries for a day. So you had to wait, then you made different accounts, and then you were asking for it. But right now, if you, so that is basically the difference, like the question that you people had asked. Whether it's the same LLMs are there, and they are by different names. Again, as I said, I'm not a person of tech, so I don't understand your the algorithm. Like I don't understand the back end of it. What I understand is that the output that it gives, both of them gives, are different. Okay. So this is what yeah, less tokens, as Abhishek has said, that there are less tokens in the free version. So yeah, somebody has written something. I worry about the use of AI in the beginning of one's research career. We do not have the opportunity to learn or apply the basic to check your AI generated money. That's why it with yes, it does not be a prerequisite. Of course, it is a that's the reason I have also in my presentation. I also talk about the ethics of using AI. Nisha, what you're saying is absolutely something that we are talking about, and that's the reason that nowadays, when you are sending your papers, they ask for an AI flag report as well. Right, so AI flag reports have become mandate. Previously, this was previously what used to happen is that people used to just give a simple flag report, plagiarism report, but now AI flag is also asked for. And of course, it all depends on your ethics, that how you want to use it. If you are somebody who is doing a research work just for the sake of research, or because it's a mandate from your organization, and you're not somebody who's into research, then you will be using AI for a lot of things which are not ethical and which do not help you to become a researcher. If you're somebody who's genuinely interested in research, then you use it as then you use AI in a very different manner altogether. So not talking about perplexity as we were discussing, it's already 4:05. So I'll speed up it. So you can have your own folders in Perplexity, and if you go here, like there's something called, there's a plus sign over here. So you can share the space as well, and then you can have add on to the folders that you are using, and you can do that. Now I want a new thread, so let me talk to it about the same sugarcane. I'm repeating it. Products made from sugar. Now here my query will change. Here my query will change from a Research Rabbit. In Research Rabbit, what was happening was I was just uh, mm, uh, it is like in there I was using my keywords. मेन चीजें मैंने बता दी और हो गया। यहाँ पे जब मैं परप्लेक्सिटी या मैं चैट जीपीटी पे आऊंगी, तो यहाँ पे मुझे क्वेरी फ्रेम करनी पड़ेगी। अब मान लीजिए मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा कि I am a professor of economics with 25 years of experience. I want to submit a proposal on sugarcane bagasse on products made from sugarcane. No, let me say I want to propose a proposal on what? On history of economic thought. I want to focus on historians. I want to focus on economic historians from India. There has to be a specific section on female economists and their contribution. The proposal is for INR 30 lakhs. The time period of the project would be 12 months. The project what words should we be using here? The project will be done by looking at literature and chronicling them. Okay, my spelling is horrendous. So here I may make a spelling mistake. Chronicling them. Okay. And also field project of 6 months. Now, this is, if you look at this part of the query that I have written, this is something that I want to do. Now, what I have to tell it is that what Perplexity has to do for me. Okay, so this is what I have written about what I want from you. ये मैंने वो लिखा है जो मुझे Perplexity से मैं करना चाह रही हूँ. अब मेरे को ये लिखना है कि मैं Perplexity से क्या चीजें चाह रही हूँ. तो मैं कहती हूँ Perplexity को, अच्छा यहाँ पे ना एंटर मत दबा दीजिएगा. यदि आपने एंटर रिटर्न बटन दबाया, लाइक इफ यू प्रेस ऑन एंटर, द क्वेरी गेट्स जनरेटेड. सो वो उतने से में काम हो जाएगा. डोंट डू दैट. Right, so now वो मेरा देखिए, my Grammarly is suggesting me to rephrase my sentences. And the contributions. Okay, तो कहता है कि grammatically आपको सही होना चाहिए. Now I'm saying that I want you to give a ideation note of 1,000 words with proper citations and references in APA 7 style. Also suggest 10 names, 10 creative names for the proposal. Enter. Okay. In the meanwhile, while it is doing its works, let me या शिफ्ट एंटर वही किया है. थैंक यू. शिफ्ट एंटर ही किया है. देखिए, आपका पर्सनल आपका पर्सनल इंफॉर्मेशन जो आपने पूछा है कि पर्सनल इंफॉर्मेशन, ऑफ कोर्स वो तो आप वंस यू आर देयर, वो कंपनी कितना ही डिस्क्लेमर दे दे, उनके पास आपका पर्सनल इंफॉर्मेशन जाता है. पर्सनल इंफॉर्मेशन अगेन मैं जैसे कह रही हूँ, आपकी जो क्वेरी है वो नहीं रखेंगे क्योंकि वो उतना स्पेस नहीं है उनके पास. बट हाँ, वो इसका यूज कर रहे हैं अपने मशीन्स को ट्रेन करने के लिए. क्योंकि देखिए, जनरेटिव एआई की जब बात कर रहे हैं, जनरेटिव एआई क्या है? ये गूगल का अगला स्टेप है. What not, मतलब गूगल जब मैं कह रही हूँ तो आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट एनी सर्च इंजन. पहले आप जब सर्च इंजन में डालते थे, यू यूज्ड टू पुट अ सिंगल लाइन क्वेरी ऑन द सर्च इंजन एंड इट वुड गिव यू द डिफरेंट पेजेस फॉर इट. Now what AI is doing for you is that it is gathering the information from whatever is available on the web and it is giving you in a concise form as per the query that you have generated. So now you have a much wider network as compared to what you were doing in Google. If the same query I had to run on Google, I had to put it in 10 multiple queries I had to make, and because it would not combine all the queries. Here, what it has done now, what it tells me is that it has given me the ideation note. So it says that title to be determined because I have asked for it. Proposed budget, I had told it. Duration, I had told it. Principal investigator, the name would come. And then it is telling me that history of economic thought in India is a rich tapestry interwoven. And then it talks about Arthashastra, it talks about Thirukkural, it talks about Dadabhai Nauroji, M.G. Ranade, Ramesh Chandra Dutt. And if this is what is important, this is what is important. Here, if you see, the moment it gives you, it is telling you the sources. So if I want, I can go to this search. So this is Ajit Dasgupta's thing. It's a 219-page Routledge publication. It's a Routledge book. So I can go and I can read this. This is what I'm saying is the beauty of perplexity, right? And then it talks about list of, so this is a website economics discussion, a very, very popular one with economics people. So it's an article. They publish a lot of work there for students. It's a very good place. Then it gives you then a lack of comprehensive chronicling and comparative historical textualization makes an undertaking. So it is telling why is it required. These are the sources. Now, I did not ask for the objectives, but it has given me the objectives, right? And now 5 objectives is large. So in the next query, I'll ask it to bring down the number of objectives. This is the review of literature, and my things got okay. This is there, and so the review of literature is here. Dharma Kumar, Padma Desai, Jayati Ghosh, Geeta Gopinath, Beena Agarwal, very well-known names of economics, female economists. Tirthankar Rai book is given there. A.K. Das Gupta's and the methodology. It has given me the methodology. Again, I did not ask for the methodology. I asked just for the thing. So it has given me. Now here I can, of course, I can change it. I can refine my query and I can give these are the expected outcomes. And budget, it has given me the budget as well, ethical considerations, and these are the references which are in APA 7 format as I had asked them. And suggestive titles, here are the suggestive titles that it is giving me. Let us run the same query on ChatGPT. Let us take this and just copy paste. I could have done it by other way as well, but I being me. Okay, let me ask it here. And then we can compare the results. Okay, in the meanwhile, I can read your chart, what you people have sent me. Of course, Ajitesh, yes, it does make you stop thinking. देखिए ये आपके ऊपर है, आप उस चीज को कैसे यूज करना चाह रहे हैं ये आपके ऊपर है. क्या आप उसको, do you want it to replace you, do you want it to assist you? ये जवाब आप ही दे सकते हो. This is a question that you need to answer on your own, right? You cannot ask it. So it is like, if you ask me personally, I use it as an assistant because I think I'm much more intelligent than any AI could be, and I'm much more creative than any AI can be. So I do not use AI for replacing me. I use AI to assist me. That is there because I can't afford a personal assistant. So I use AI for that. And of course, it is. If you're a PG student of economics, you are more than you have. I don't know in online whether you people have dissertation. Like for the offline students, we have a dissertation. Online, I do not know. I'm so sorry for that, but I do not know. But of course, you can do a project. Why not? APA is American Psychological I've forgotten the last A. APA means the style of referencing. There are different styles of referencing. There's a Chicago style of referencing. There is an APA style, like right now APA 7 is going. There is a Cambridge style of referencing. अलग अलग subjects में अलग अलग style की referencing होती है, अलग अलग journals की होती है referencing styles. तो हम जब जैसे हम इकोनॉमिक्स वाले हैं, हम APA यूज करते हैं, और APA 7 अभी करंटली APA 7 चल रहा है, तो हम उसको कर रहे हैं. Of course, it is very safe to use AI platforms. Please go. American Psychological Association. Thank you, Mohini. I forgot the third one. Do you think in future people will be more dependent than Google? I don't know, Anurag, whether for you, in my class, when I go and ask the students, most of them have stopped using Google. They straight away go to AI because they want AI to replace them and not to assist them. And this is something that I always tell my students. How long will this class go on? It will go on for Krishna. You have to bear with me for much longer. Okay. I can't I want in future people more dependent. Yes, as I said, yes. Somebody says how long it will go on, it will go on. Anurag, you are asking philosophical questions. Okay, let's now compare it. This is the answer that ChatGPT has given us. Now it has given a title that Charting Indian Economic Thought, a documentary and field history with a dedicated lens on women economists, 1857 to 2025. तो इसने अपना ज्यादा दिमाग लगा लिया है और इसने आपको ये चीज दे दिया. So which is not like this is a title like because we had asked it for 10 titles. Now the rationale, it is telling us about the problem statement and the rationale. So what we know, why now? So again, obviously it is talking about Dadabhai Nauroji, it is talking about Rana Day, it is talking about R.C. Dutt, because you cannot talk about Indian economic history or economic thought, Indian economic thought without taking these names. Tirthankar Roy, as I said, is one of the main people. So it is talking, it has given us 4 objectives or research questions. The scope and definitions it is giving us. It is talking to us about the literature base, internet archive. Now, look about this that we have. It is opening. The issue with ChatGPT is that when we are using it for research purpose, the references that it gives you are poor references. They are not strong. Like with Perplexity, what happens is that it's a very it's a more robust LLM. The algorithm has been set in such a way that it gives you, okay, the site cannot be reached. Very good. It is giving you the Cambridge University history thought, which is basically Irfan's work, Irfan sir's work. Wikipedia, not very good. Of course, Tirthankar Rai, Dharma Kumar. It is giving you Latika Chaudhary, methodology, dual track, 6-month field project, timeline, deliverables, team and role, budget. And these are there. And what I'll hand you next, A1 page case for support, interview guide, Prisma, a Gantt chart. Now, it has not given me the 10 titles that I had asked for, which I had asked that you give me 10, proposed 10 topics. So it did not give me. And, or did I generate it wrongly? No, I think so. I generated it correctly. Okay. Okay, this was something that I missed out, so it did not give it to me. But still, which one do you like better? Which output are you liking more better? Which of the okay, perplexity. I faced a problem that if we ask a complex topic, it takes time for perplexity is best. Okay, perplexity, ChatGPT, perplexity. Yeah, we can ask Gemini as well. We can ask the same question to Gemini, and we can see that I'm somebody who doesn't use Gemini a lot. So, uh, Claude, I find Claude much better for research. Uh, no, Rabbit you cannot ask. Understand the difference. Research Rabbit will give you only the research papers. आप रिसर्च रैबिट से कोई चीज लिखवा नहीं सकते हैं. रिसर्च रैबिट का काम है आपके लिए लिटरेचर ढूंढ के लाना. चैट जीपीटी है, परप्लेक्सिटी है, क्लॉड है, साइट है, ये सारों का काम है आपके लिए लिख के देना, मटेरियल लिख के देना. तो देर आर डिफरेंट थिंग्स दैट यू आर यूजिंग फॉर डिफरेंट पर्पसेस. ओके, this is Grok. Of course, you can use Grok, but the issue with Grok is that because Grok is, I have a personal bias against Grok, you can say. So you can use Grok. I am somebody who is not very fond of the owner of Grok, so I do not use it. But you can use Grok. DeepSeek is DeepSeek has become better now. DeepSeek has become better now comparatively, because initially it had very less data to work with. It would give you very absurd answers when DeepSeek came in. Now DeepSeek, because the training has been done, so we are using there. Grok, Grok for research is not very good. Grok is good if you are using Grok. Grok is used for a lot of clerical work. May I use the word there? So that is used there. So yes. Right, the word, if we command it to the question and all the details. Sayan, I have I do not know of this. कि AI आपके लिए लिख के दे देगा वर्ड में. आप ये जरूर कर सकते हैं यदि थोड़ा सा दिमाग लगाए कि you ask ChatGPT or Perplexity to give a Word document to it, so it will convert the entire thing on a Word document and give it to you. But then again, you are wanting it to replace you and not to assist you. And so, yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you can do that. And now coming back to the thing that we were talking about, and we saw to these Chat GPT, I already did. Now, just very briefly, if I can tell you that if we if I want to say that what is Chat GPT good for, so Chat GPT is good for brainstorming ideas. If you're doing drafting abstracts, explaining econometric and qualitative research results, proofreading. The third and the fourth are much better in Chat GPT. The third and the fourth one, that is when you have the results, qualitative results, and you want the AI to interpret it for you, or you are wanting it to proofread for you. So for these things, yes, Chat GPT is much better. But if you want a more scientific approach for your work, then Perplexity is much better there. Then if we talk about there are other like you are integrating it. I just also wanted you people to see one more site, and then I'll come back to this thing. There is something called site. Is there? I cannot use I cannot show you a lot of things because I'm using the free version of it. I don't have the paid version of it, and with most of the free AIs is that there is a limitation. So they give you 4 prompts free every day. You can give 4 prompts to it every day. I have already used 2 of the prompts for today, and because it tells you that you have to start a 7-day trial with it, but it is a much authentic thing when you are using it for research. It is very authentic as compare, even with, if I compare it with Perplexity, it is much, much more correct and accurate when it comes, because it will give you the references as you want. So if the moment I take it over the reference, I can view the PDF, I can, the abstract is available for me to read here. I don't have to go to some other site. It pops up here itself. So which is very, very efficient for my using. So site is again something very good. It is there on my buying list. I might buy this AI as well, just to see how it works and how much of help it can be for me and my scholars. Yeah, so as I said, that it is much more, it's much better than the others. I can view the PDF, and so the PDF is available. So again, literature, like finding literature which is related to my work is becomes much more easier here, right? So let me go back to my thing, and let's talk about. I mainly concentrated on AI for literature review, because I find it that about the subscription charges are high for site, and so yes. Uh, mm, if you want to be good in AI, the only thing that you can do is you have to use a lot of AI, because eh, nobody can teach you, uh, nobody can make you an AI expert until and unless you start using, because the more queries you run, your the framing of your queries becomes much more efficient. You start understanding that which AI to use for what, which plugins to use, where, कहाँ पे दिमाग लगाना है, कहाँ पे AI से दिमाग लगवाना है, how do I visualize my things. So yeah, so it is there, and you can generate sample papers, but it will the moment somebody reads it, can find out that it's AI generated. Even if you humanize it, आप उसको ह्यूमनाइज कर लेंगे, फिर भी वो पकड़ में आ जाता है. आप मेरे जैसे किसी के पास भेजिए अपना AI जनरेटेड, और मैं आपको बता दूंगी कि वो AI जनरेटेड है, क्योंकि मैं खुद AI बहुत यूज करती हूँ, तो मुझे पता है वो किस तरीके की भाषा का इस्तेमाल करता है. So it is there, and then we come to the ethics. Now, the query that I ran on Perplexity and ChatGPT, I talked about that I'm using, like, it's a project proposal. Now, whenever you are nowadays, you are sending your proposal for any of the funding agencies. Like I have done I have done an ICSSR project, so I can give you the insider thing of it. They ask you for an AI flag check. तो आप जब भी कोई रिपोर्ट या कुछ भेज रहे हो उन्हें, तो वो आपसे AI flag मांगते हैं. If you are wanting to send a book proposal, मान लीजिए आपको कोई किताब लिखनी है, and you are sending a book proposal to any of the publishers, and I'm talking about the big publishers, the established publishers. I'm not talking about the smaller ones. I'm talking about the big publishers that you have. Routledge is there, Wiley is there, Elsevier is there, Emerald is there, Sage is there. There they ask you that how much of AI have you used? So this is where you declare that I used AI for correcting my language, for correcting the grammar. For what have you used it? So that has to be there. Something that I have been reiterating is that you avoid plagiarism and fabrication. So just today, I came to know that very reputed universities, public university, that is a government university, has been red flagged by the government of India for using AI to write a report, not only write a report about a research project, 3 करोड़ का project था, जिसमें उन्होंने डेटा AI से जनरेट करके दे दिया, यानी कि पूरा का पूरा रिपोर्ट जो है वो फैब्रिकेटेड है। 3 करोड़ का प्रोजेक्ट है वो। मैं यूनिवर्सिटी का नाम नहीं लूंगी, बहुत रेप्यूटेड यूनिवर्सिटी है, सरकारी यूनिवर्सिटी है। उन्होंने जो है AI से डेटा जनरेट करवा लिया और वो उन्होंने कर दिया, तो सरकार को इस बात का पता चल गया, तो सरकार ने अब उसको ब्लैकलिस्ट कर दिया है और उस पर इंक्वायरी बिठाई है। जो डेलॉयट ने नहीं किया, that is verification and cross-check resources and data. So that they did not do, because of which they got caught. So you need to cross-check this much, of course, like again, repeating myself, that whether you want AI to assist you or to replace you. If you want it to assist you, then you cross-check. If you want to replace you, send whatever AI says, gives you all what it does. And the ultimate responsibility is always of the researcher. So you cannot shirk away from your responsibilities. And this is the common ethical things that we are talking about: fake citations, bias in AI generated content, privacy and data misuse concerns, over reliance on AI judgment. Somebody had earlier said that if you cannot read the report, like if you cannot read the output of a software, of a data quantitative software, and you are asking AI to help you, then and you are relying on the judgment. Of course, you can ask for it. There's nothing wrong in verifying your result, but it is absolutely incorrect to rely on the judgment of the AI, right? And humans have to be there in the loop. You acknowledge it, authenticate all the references, integrate it responsibly. That is what is required. Very, very important. Like I feel that in today's world, everybody is using AI, should be using AI, smart to use AI, but be very, very ethical when you use AI. बिना ethics के आप यदि AI use करेंगे, तो then it becomes very, very difficult for you. And these are some of the things that you have, you can read about it. And they're like, there are the disclosure statements and what they do, all of them is there. And verify, cross-check, cross-referencing and all those. These are some of the things that you can do. Search, you use Perplexity, Elicit, you use Research Rabbit here, you use for writing, you use ChatGPT, Grammarly, referencing, you use Zotero and Mendeley. Validation comes from Turnitin, and cross-referencing, we use Turnitin a lot. Like here we use cross-referencing also we are using, but we are using more of Turnitin over here. And the final takeaways are that, of course, it enhances your efficiency, integrated. It is, as I said, it is there to assist you, not to replace you. Nobody can think as smart as you. Somebody had written that you will use both Perplexity, you will use you will use Perplexity, you will use ChatGPT, and you will and me. You said me. Somebody had said that. So when you say you are using me, so that is a smart thing to do. That of course we are very important there, and I don't think that can AI replace peer review. No, nothing can replace peer review. Should AI tools be used in dissertations? Yes, they should be used in dissertations. Why not? Give a disclaimer about it and use it ethically. That is what we believe in. And now we are open for the question and answer session. You people can ask me anything you want. This is my social media presence. I'm there on LinkedIn. Somebody wants to get in touch with me, you can send me a request on LinkedIn. Just write a post that you were a part of this class, so that it helps me in understanding that who you are, and we can carry forward our discussion out there. And yeah, so I am stopping the presentation, and I can now take your questions here. For non-researchers, for non-researchers, you can start with something like, say, a Gemini or a ChatGPT or a Grok or a DeepSeek. You can start from there and then you can move for research things. Which tool, AI tool is better? Depends on what you're using, what for, and what is more comfortable. Like everybody has their own comfort. So whatever you do. How can we start if we want to work as developers in AI on machine learning? Sorry, Kunta, I am a wrong person to ask that question because I am not a developer, I am a user. Study for exams, use any of them. You can use Copilot, you can use Gemini, you can use there. How to work on avoiding plagiarism. Do not write things, like do not copy paste it from there. You need to humanize it. You need to add in your perspective. As I have been constantly telling you, पूरा का पूरा चीज यदि आप AI से लिखवाएंगे तो गलत है. आप AI से सुधार करवा सकते हैं, आप AI से डेवलप करवा सकते हैं, वरना AI आपको रिप्लेस कर देगा. On history, I have a query, mail for online insight, which is a summarized notes. ChatGPT. What is the impact of AI on a developing economy? There's a huge impact on a developing economy because we have to train our human resources accordingly. There are certain things which AI will replace. जैसे कोडिंग है, अभी किसी ने कोडिंग का पूछा, मेरे को खैर कोडिंग आती नहीं है ना, मैं कोडिंग सिखा सकती हूँ, पर मेरे को जो समझ में आया है जब मैं अपने साथियों से बात करती हूँ कि यदि आप बेसिक कोडिंग का काम कर रहे थे तो आपकी नौकरी खतरे में है. आप यदि अपर लेवल की कोडिंग कर रहे हैं तो आपका कोई काम ले ही नहीं सकता. तो यू हैव टू रीअलाइन योर करियर गोल्स with the change in technology, because the technology is here to stay. AI is here to stay. You may dislike it, you may disapprove of it, but it is here to stay, and the companies want people to use AI. I am working in an academic institution, and my chancellor, whenever we have a meeting, he constantly harps on it that we need to use AI. So that is very much there. So I think so we have taken a lot of questions, and you can search for Tanima Dutta LPU on LinkedIn, and we can work on it. You can search for it, and I suppose you'll get to see my beautiful face there, and we can connect there. Thank you so much. And Karishma, I think so we can wrap up the session. I have taken up as much as a master degree student. Yes, you can write a research paper. Of course, yes, Manoj. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such an insightful and forward-looking session, and your perspective on how artificial intelligence is transforming the landscape of research and market trends have truly broadened. And I would say the session was amazing. I can see the chat. Apart from that, thank you so much, ma'am, for having you. We are actually really happy to have you today with us for the masterclass. And it's my privilege once again, yet again. With this, I express my sincere gratitude, ma'am, for sharing your expertise. And with this, we conclude this session of yours. We extend our heartfelt gratitude for that with you. I believe we are looking forward to the next session also. If it's a thumbs up, I would request everyone to give a thumbs up for the next session. How many of you looking for the next session of ma'am? And if you want, before ma'am say something, if you want it, please let us know the topic. And I'm sharing the feedback form with you all. Please do not leave the meeting. You have to fill the feedback form, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. No, I just thanks. I can always take a session on economic statistics research. Those are areas where I can help the students. Otherwise, I'm always available for all the students of LPU, whatever little I can do for them. Thank you so much for having me. And I suppose I can now leave the session.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bless you. Thank you.
It was a wonderful session, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So dear students, I'm sharing the feedback form with you all. You have to fill the feedback form. And if you feel like sharing with us the next topic that you want for masterclass, that is something that you can again drop in the feedback form itself. There is a column where you can add your pointers. There you go with the feedback form. Okay, Tanya, I'm sharing the attendance form with you again. You can fill it. The ones who have not registered for their attendance and have not filled the attendance form, I'm sharing the attendance form yet again. Please make sure you go ahead and fill your feedback form as well. Thank you so much, everyone, for being a wonderful audience today. Thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward for such participants yet again in the next masterclass. For your queries, I am here, and